6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Got me up the coast, boy. Wanna hear the ocean roar crash over me. Then ride it home, dance it out in moonlight. Hold me tight and don't let go. Watch over me. We are all stardust, stardust, stardust. Left behind, left to find one another, face the sun, fear no one, 'cause we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all one, we are all. Pick me up, yeah, moonchild, put me into overflow.
Superstar. Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. I'm trying to adjust and cope. I've been sick for, seems like forever. YouTube Ziggy at outlook.com, Quinny. Or if you type in exclamation email, it should come up. Here, I'll do it. Eventually, Nightbot will put it up. YouTube Ziggy at outlook.com. Hey, Nope. So I wanted to see, I noticed that Killer Looks posted a new Knoxville video. I definitely wanted to watch it. I guess Fred watched it last night and said it was worth watching. And I wanted to watch it with you guys, though. Hey, Lip Block. You got blocked by TM? I heard about what she's up to, and I got so many texts last night and messages. I'm like, I'm used to it, guys. She's been doing the same thing for years. It's, you know what I mean? So, not really anything I can do about it. Just kind of keep going my own way. And she knows that shit doesn't work on me. And I'm not going to go back and forth with her either. And Benny, I'm doing him a favor by laying off him. He has court. He's going through a jury trial. It's not very smart for him to be doing this stupid shit. Hey, Connie and Dyer. My nose and eyes just itch. And hey, Shiran and Dana Lynn. When she was one of your mods, who, Tiffany? Yeah. I always felt bad for her because I know she has some major mental issues, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but I'm really not. Rainy day in Northeast Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's kind of dreary here. Cold. Mama B, you can tell I'm sick because I didn't even congratulate you on being the wiener. But congratulations for being the wiener today on Hump Day, March 6, 2024. Must be a special day. All those numbers can be divided by 3 evenly. except 20. Right? Plant diva. It's not an excuse. We have to learn how to adapt and change. We can't change other people, so we have to work on ourselves. So is Jam in here yet? I have a couple readings that I need to do for a couple people too. I haven't forgot. I can't believe I'm still sick. Let's see. What did it say? Wednesday. Gosh, I've been sick for a whole week. Yeah, I know. Nope. Oh, Weezer's sad because she's not the wiener. I've never seen so many people like wieners so much. Hey, Michelle. There's Jam. Where's Sheba? Is she around? Jane? I don't know why I'm asking that, because it's not like I have like some huge show planned for you guys today. I wish, but you never know here. It might end up being. I put in the description, Killer Looks, the link to his video. I like these because he puts together things in an organized manner, and it helps when people see multiple sources saying the same thing, and it lining up, it helps for credibility. So I love how he's done this here, because it's really difficult, very difficult to keep things like together like that. You have to be really organized. Who was that Kathy in your live with Fred? Oh, Kathy Gordon. She's my mod here. Thank you, Borrowed Angel. Kathy Gordon was the very first person that went with me to see Fred. Internet's been really slow. Yeah. Okay, Quinny, I'll respond to your email you back. But yeah, I don't care what Tiffany and Benny say about me. I really don't. I promise you guys. Unless it's something you guys think I really need to know. Otherwise, her going around saying I am a lot lizard and a triple X worker or whatever. I mean, it's just so stupid, right? I mean, why even respond to that? So dumb. It's not even clever. It's stupid. And then supposedly I'm a sex worker or a lot lizard because I tried to sleep with a guy at a gas station. What the fuck? I must have been absent for that. I mean, I know I felt like really kind of out of my mind lately because this sickness, it makes me feel like I'm floating, kind of. whatever is going on makes you feel kind of woozy. I mean, I know I felt a little bit woozy lately, but I'm pretty sure I never tried to sleep with a guy at a gas station. Don't you have to be perfect before you can critique someone else? Don't worry about right, Borrowed Angel? Hey, Robin. Right? It is the same crap as always. It's nothing. And you guys can see a pattern. If many of you guys, thank God, have been around long enough to see. Oh, it's okay, Linda. Listen. Live, and someone went in during 3 minutes saying Ziggy can file the same charge on her. That person was blocked. Yeah, the stuff that she's saying is pretty bad. Like the stuff that she's saying about AB is really below the belt. See, that's the problem with them is they don't have boundaries. They don't respect other people's boundaries at all. I understand that AB said some things like about her sexually, but dude, you fucking sent your twat pic and a carrot up your fucking starfish to how many people here in the community? I mean, come on. It's about time you start taking responsibility for your own actions. I'm not saying it's right to for somebody to what is it called? Blackmail with sex pic or whatever it's called. I don't know. But still, like, hey, Aurora. I know, and the stuff that she's saying about his daughter, I don't know. It's just like she tries to hate monger the other day, how she put that post up. Does nobody care about Ziggy? She's high as a kite, or whatever she was saying. Doesn't she have anybody cares for her? Oh my God. So ridiculous. There you go, revenge porn. Yeah, KT, I mean, that's what I hear, carrot. How does that even happen? How does that happen? How does every guy in the community end up with your sex, like your freaking naked self on all fours, backed up to the camera, like you say? Set it up on a timer. Yes, I just said carrot and her starfish. You're going to paint that. That's funny, Peaceful Warrior. No, I just don't understand how that happens. You know what I mean? Like, how is that how she introduces a conversation? Like, when she first starts talking to somebody, a guy here in the community, does she just like break the ice with one of her like, carrot pics? Or I mean, why do all these guys have the same pictures? It's so weird. I mean, I don't even have one in the community has a picture of me like that. How does all these guys have all these pictures of her? Doesn't even who put a carrot out in their starfish? Supposedly TM. Yeah, Sniffany violated the carrots. Poor carrots. Smarter than that. That doesn't seem appealing to me, really. I don't find anything sexy or attractive about a carrot. Oh, I know. She's trying to insinuate some horrible things that AB's doing. I know what she's doing. That's total, like, I don't know if she thinks because he lives in a different country that she's safe from any type of any type of civil action, but that's pretty below the belt, you know? If she truly believes something like that, then she doesn't believe anything like that. She said her and AB were never close. Well, gosh. So you just send your twat pics to just everybody? I don't know. Anyways, I might have to mute every once in a while because I'm having to blow my nose. Ugh. Well, I don't. How special is it to get the same freaking nude that the other that you know? She just recycles nudes. I know. The Easter Bunny. He said he was going to put a baby up in Sniffany. I was like, when? Ew. He doesn't even. Oh my god. I better shut up. I didn't even mean to mention them. But it's. Anyways, we're going to watch this Knoxville Part 3 for Sale Theory by Killer Looks. Let's see what he put together this time. Did old Chase receive one too? Yeah, I think so. Chase. I mean, I'm not going to name them up off. Obviously, we know Chase, or we know Benny and AB. I know of a couple more than that for a fact. So, all right, let's go ahead and start watching this. It's only like 19 minutes long, but anyways, let's go.
We all know that Summer Wells went missing, and if you accept what the TBI tells you, it was in the early afternoon. The last time that anybody outside of her family, and when I mean that is anybody that lives on 110 Ben Hill Road, that had seen her or seen them with her, was true. H would have been dropped off approximately 2:15 by her. True, but True said it was no later than 2:15 because he had to get ready and go to a doctor's appointment, which we find out if you believe Andrew Hill, his dad, was at 3 o'clock. And I have issues with believing him. That would have put them going back towards, not to, but towards Ben Hill Road and arriving there about 2:30. We're going past there around 2:30. I mentioned that there was a issue, or that I believe that they were runners. They did a lot of running. And I mean a lot, to try to gain favor.
Usually they would kick a nest down there in one room and crack and kill person through in another room. I mean, they had their own little drug ring going on down there.
That girl, I'm taking a look at what if the interview from the other night where Mary was talking to the lab. And what if she knows something that she's trying to tell us? What if she knows that Summer's alive and that a despicable act of her father selling her happened? The lowest of low moments it would have to be to sell your own child. And that I've referred to the Wells property until the community that's been covering Summer Wells by a couple different phrases. An activity that I've always heard and come to know as a local happened. I've had a certain code or codes of phrases. One of them that I'm discussing and really talking about tonight is why I call it a trading post. Girl, you're right. It is on the news all the time. But how does it affect 110 Ben Hill Road? Drugs were trafficked through Ben Hill Road. There's a reason why Don says he knows who Playboy is. Playboy's a person in Knoxville.
But she knows the guy that was ever high was named Playboy. Like Hump Boy. Oh, yeah. So, like, Hump Kemp, or the guy that... he was like that. He was like the ball cover, but I was the whole wing down there.
If Mary is right, none of this was by accident. Part of the theory of what I believe happened is that there was something more nefarious planned for the 15th. But the sudden illness interrupted and caused everything to change. This is the route, if that is true, that Don Wells would have taken to get home. Remember, I said he was not. I don't believe, and I'll say this: I believe all the evidence points to that Don Wells was not at the Meadows all day on the 15th. I believe in part of the day, whether it be he had to put a work order in, or he was calling it a day early, or whatever the case may be, he would have been here at his boss's office or home. And then after talking with Parker, let's be clear on this. If you're at your boss's home, you're still at your job location. That's his office. So he never, ever told a lie in that. But he didn't tell 100% the truth either. It would have been so easy to make an exchange at Greenville, because it's this little gas station. And when I mean a little gas station, it has a lot of traffic going through it, but most traffic is Greyhound. The most traffic that goes there is Greyhound. You have an Ingles grocery store that is right next door that has its own gas station that more people would go to than this gas station, this convenience store. It would have been so easy to arrange for somebody to be there to meet Summer Wells and go to Knoxville. And that girl, I get exactly what you mean about Andy. I'm just not getting into that. I'm sticking focused on this. It would have been so easy to have somebody meet Summer and take Summer to Knoxville from Greenville if Greyhound was used. Or even if they just did a car-to-car exchange at this point.
The one speaking right now is RJ. But we're watching Killer Looks. So Killer Looks put together some videos here of different conversations about Knoxville. Looks like got RJ, Jody Sue, myself, and the lady of the night call. Some text messages that Jody Sue probably freaking edited and made herself. Yeah.
Nobody would have paid attention. Timed it right for a bus to be arriving.
So the text that says, it's you and Dawn, and it's the one where it says, are you there? I'm at BP heading home. Now I asked my girl, and she quit all that other shit. Are you there? Hey. Was that you and Dawn?
I don't think that was me.
Okay. Yeah, I
I don't really know.
You don't know? Yeah. It looks like he was asking you for some, like, maybe heavier shit than weed or something. I don't know. It says, I asked my girl, and she quit all that other.
Yeah, it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been so long ago, I don't really, but never dealt with nothing other than weed, and so I don't know. It might not even have been my text messages, because I don't think I have him under neighbors in the phone.
And then,
I'm pretty sure, I didn't
that's
even
what you said,
business over text anyway.
yeah, you said that either he wasn't saved or you had him in there as Dawn.
Yeah.
BP is a gas station, right?
Yeah.
BP, yeah.
Weird how much like Knoxville has. Well, Andy didn't mention it. Actually, Fred Hill mentioned it to me about Andy. How Andy.
Well, I called her today, and she said that when Don came down there, he was down there regularly every 2 to 3 weeks. He made a trip down there to where she was at, and that he did bring somebody with him several times, but she don't know who he was.
Oh man, if she saw a picture of him, I wonder if she would know him. If she would know if it was him.
All I was knowing was she had a picture of him, yeah. But she didn't. I mean, she didn't make his name. And the only reason she really called his name is like he was, a regular.
This situation with this $50,000 cartel and everything, okay? So what had happened was, a quick backstory is he had texted this woman named Sissy, who I know her real name. It does get said somewhere in here. Some of y'all probably actually know it. Anyways, he was having some affair with Sissy. We all know that by now. And
God. Cher, I'm sorry, but you are so wrong. Like what you're saying right now. God, I can't with these people. Everything she's saying. This screenshot is a conversation between Dawn Wells and Denise. Remember her? The one that sounds like Prayer Garden that passed away? This is Denise. There was no affair going on between them. Nothing like that. Now, she did say was a little bit older woman in her mid-60s or upper 60s. But she passed. She had a lot of health issues. And she said, like one time when they were talking on video chat, it looked like he didn't have any clothes on, and she kind of wondered. But there was nothing ever. I mean, he did say in messages that he thought he was in love with her and stuff like that. But this is not Prayer Garden in these messages. It is Denise. She passed away about a year after Summer went missing.
he had actually said this to her, who then got in touch with me and was telling me and the current people supporting him, oh my God, he told me this, da, 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 da. And
Cher, you're such a fucking liar. If she would have been messaging you, you would have known this was the niece and not Sissy.
Yes, I'm like, did you really say this? And he was like, yeah, I fucked up. I was like, we need to have a phone call. So listen to the words carefully.
It's just a freaking old lady I was fucking with. You know, I thought she was really trying to be a friend, and then when I found out she was trying to just hit me up for information, that's when I made up that ludicrous bullshit. So and I thought it was funny at the time, okay?
Yeah.
But it ain't so funny now or whatever, but it's just, man, I was just fucking with her head.
Okay, now the other thing they think is that's one of the reasons that apparently someone was saying that's why maybe your boys were took, because they were worried the cartel was going to come.
No.
Okay.
I called them.
Your federal government doesn't want you to find these kids.
That's probably one of the only times Don has told the truth. He actually did call CPS from what it sounds like, but he was paranoid because he did too much crack cocaine. And during one of his paranoid delusions, he called CPS and then proceeded to go down to Fred Hills and try to do cocaine with him. Had just got done telling Fred that he had just called CPS to come get the boys, and later that evening, CPS came. Don was all fucked up on crack cocaine. So it's kind of true.
Because your federal government, particularly the finders, CIA organization out of Washington, D.C., is the biggest motivating factor behind missing children this month today. Why? For several reasons. Kids are used for body parts, sex slaves. They're used for the satanic ceremonies. And a 10, 11, 12-year-old blue-eyed blonde-haired kid will sell on the auction block outside Las Vegas, outside Toronto, Canada, and a barn in Lincoln, Nebraska. These are the 3 locations I'm aware of. For $50,000.
I showed them that I don't need to fucking tell my fucking daughter to buy dope. I got plenty of money in my bank account.
Why that's so stupid? Stop it.
Well, that's what I showed them. They pissed me off.
People piss you off. People out do stupid shit. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I get that, but they was the one talking stupid first.
That's terrible.
They told me that they had information that I traded my daughter to a drug dealer for fucking dope.
I'm gonna say drug dealer because he is Andy.
It was close to Christmas.
This past.
It was around Christmas.
Wow, so
It was my mom got her into
this past Christmas?
Huh?
Just this past Christmas?
Yes.
Did she know about missing Summer or Summer missing?
No, he never mentioned anything about none of that.
Wow, so she saw him after Summer went missing.
Yeah. But he never mentioned anything about none of that.
Oh my gosh.
While I was there to be a service to Don and his family, Don thought it would be better to run off and smoke crack the whole time I was gone. There's even an informational missing persons report made on him so that it didn't go over the air and YouTube grab a hold to it. Then I left, came home, and on the 22nd, this fool ran off again and was gone. He spent Christmas out there smoking crack, running around with hookers and shit. Coming back with lipstick and panties in the car and shit. Coming home cracked out of his fucking mind.
Let's see what that is like over.
So, right there, what Benny's talking about, Don, I believe that incident that is talked about in this call, this lady who's talking to me in this call, the lady of the night call, I believe it was the same time that Dawn gave this lady a ride home. I believe it happened when Benny was in Tennessee or had just left. Because, like Benny said here, I had known that Dawn had taken off to go get crack in Knoxville and came back with a lot of drugs while Benny was there. And the timing adds up to what this lady's saying. Christmas of 2021 is what she's talking about. So, yeah, and that's when Benny was down there about.
It's like a hotel type deal.
Yeah.
It's like a hotel from the outside anyway, but in the back it was another deal.
Like in the back, maybe it was like a bar or something, or what?
And it was just like a prostitute, drugs. I mean, they drugs back there, they crack back there, they did all kinds of things back there.
Biggest fear is, her being tormented or locked in a dungeon or basement or something.
It was like 2 levels. There was like an underneath level to it, and then there was, then on the outside, just like a single level.
Yeah.
And back there is where they had rooms where they was cooking dope and...
Damn, my daughter's probably on the fucking streets right now somewhere. Nobody's listening to me.
Donnie, we can't do anything.
I know where she's at. She's in a fucking motel room somewhere with some fucking weirdo. Fucking motherfucker trying to sell her for a little bit of crack cocaine. I know how it works. Somewhere pulled up in a fucking motel room.
Donnie, stop letting your fucking mind go there, okay?
I've already been there. I've seen it.
Stop it.
I'm just telling you what I've seen. I'm telling you what I've seen with my own eyes.
I believe that you have seen this.
Somebody has probably sexually, maybe beat the fuck out of her. Probably. I've been to some places where there were little kids, where people were trying to sell these little kids. Oh wow! I've seen a lot of shit.
And she came in and she was crying, and she said that she had just caught Donnie down on, well, it's famous 25th Street down here in Ogden, and she said he was out there trying to sell little Donnie because he needed drugs. They were broke.
Man, look, like Hart said, we're here to speculate. We're not trying to cause no harm. We're not trying to say you did this or you did that. Man, but if it stink, it's fucking rotten. I'm tired of playing with y'all. What the hell y'all doing over there in Ben Hill? And that whole picture and everything is all some kind of payment. Well, what the fuck Don or y'all got yourselves into too deep.
You get addicted to drugs, you will sell your own soul to say hi. Imagine someone taking your daughter hostage, your beautiful daughter that you just got back, and they're playing games with your fucking head.
He should do some kind of independent documentary type things. He should start trying to do that. The channel Swoop. Hey Jessica. A low key crush on. Uh-oh. I better watch out. He's married. He's married. He is one twisted perv. Yep. That pic upsets you? Yeah, the one with her in the back seat. Oh, I know. He is. He used to hang out here a lot, but he has a strong accent because of he's from Louisiana. And when he does put his grill in, it's harder to understand him. You have to really pay attention. But he's smart as hell, though. Like this, if when you do hear him, what he's saying, he's on point. Hey, Marlena, I'll message. I know some if you guys have messaged me. I also have, yeah, there's a few of you I have to get back to and do some readings and stuff. So I was hoping I'd wake up and just feel like back to normal, but let's see. You sent me. Let's see, what's this one? Okay, here. We'll watch this one. That Marlena sent me. Let's see what it.
Breaking news, an Amber Alert now issued by the TBI for a missing 5-year-old girl. The search continues for Summer Wells from Rogersville.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said the search for Summer is, quote, definitely outside the norm.
Despite doing everything within our power, the circumstances leading to Summer's disappearance remain unclear.
Over and ask why exactly it is he's selling drugs to the children. Usually causing little girls over here to be sedated and to be touched.
When the fucking camera was bought, and that's useless information that don't pertain to my everyday life.
Please don't tell me that jacket isn't relevant. Please don't tell me the jacket wasn't relevant the damn minute Ellie pulled up in that freaking yard. It should have been handed over to them. It should have been shoved up their damn nose, up their ass.
Puts everybody still in danger. It was associated with properties. Right.
Somebody said, why when you were on your live did Jody Sue say you would learn what a forensic team was and mentioned a contaminated well? That's a question that somebody's asking. Andy, do you know what they're talking about?
Yeah, I do know what she's talking about. There's 2 shit barrels at my house that she shit in bags and filled up with piss and shit and put in 2 barrels that is sitting on my property that I need to deal with.
septic tank clean out. Oh, no case, no case. And she said, what do you mean? She said, well, if they don't find him, they can't charge you with anything.
Oh my God.
And she said, she just kind of, okay, brushed it off. And she's like, he was like you could have dropped him off in the sewer or put him in a septic tank and nobody would have found him.
Then the 15th again, that we found out the night prior when we were checking all the hollows that were close to make sure dogs wasn't being creepy and weird and camped right in them and shits. When we checked fields, we found out somebody had illegally gated. Thing is, and feds will know it, law enforcement knows it. Others, neighbors, cameras, they all know it. All these other things, but the command post and the cameras they had set up watching all the pretty fed equipment, making sure nobody's tampering with it or fucking with it at night. Plus church cameras and shit will bear this out and they hold the data and shit for it. None of us were up in that motherfucker.
You won't believe this. While we're searching for Summer, we go down to the other property. Well, actually, not before, when the weirdo was on our property that bought that piece in the yard that's across the bank. And then we were so worried about this guy and how he came off that we went looking that night all the way into Bayless and every holler in Beach Creek. And get down there, and the guy who purchased yours has now got a gate up. But either way, this guy's put up a damn gate across the county road and locked us out of our driveway. No matter, we climbed his fences and went over and got to our stuff anyway and searched for Summer and did what we needed to do so he can bite me. And I hope he enjoys that on camera.
There's cops on scene today. Summer went missing. And then Monster, even though he was told to stay down there with the rest of us, and then the whole place was told not to be up there. It was just law enforcement searchers only, etc. Monster said he was gonna go the fuck up there anyway and search and help. Okay? And then later on, when he violated the order, Hawkins was gonna violate one. It was enough. The proof there was enough on what he'd already done, but where he just crossed over lines and shit, the thing hadn't been served yet. So they were like, oh, is that nice fella that helped us search that day? Like, yeah, that's the nice cornbread fella.
Traffic crossing down there on the highway. He hadn't checked that property till that day. Why did he check that property that day? He hadn't been there in a year. What made him look and just check that property that day? Right around the time she was missing.
He has the right arm or the others. Unfinished cabin, would that be Rachel?
The only unfinished cabin we know about thus far is the one of Jody's. Allegedly, down towards Beach Creek, somewhere, where there was an unfinished cabin that allegedly Don said the TBI told him was footprints outside of. Okay, now what were those prints? Now that leads me to believe, because the property owner Josh Phillips down here at this corner one near Beach Creek says they don't know which ones were left first.
Yeah.
These over here or these here. This leads me to believe that these were first up here. They come down, followed around Beach Creek. Look, now this is Fields Road. Mount Carmel's here. Fields Road is right across the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beach Creek runs right down to where that picture was taken, where the agents were searching on Fields Road.
What I was going to talk about. Go ahead. You're on the same wavelength. You're getting ready to see what I put. Go on. Go on.
All right. So Beach Creek runs right here. They take that picture right here. Who other than Andy Bernard and Jody Sue lived right here in this property, right in the direction they travel. And where did Jody Sue and Andy first go to look for Dobbs? Fields Road. right here. Yep. That property. So there is something to following that creek line. The first place she goes is that creek, and the main thing she talks about before it's ever even questioned about tracks or prints is she was looking for tracks.
Oh, well, I'm sure the family will find out what it's up to again on properties that don't belong to it. Yep, I'm sure it'll go well. Here they weren't too pleased last time. Well, it's once again having people there they did not approve of last time, etc. Yep, and places that don't belong to it. And if it was a smart motherfucker and it had a brain at all of its own ever and wasn't with fucking fired its goddamn gasoline, it'd stop. It would have stopped a long time ago and known what kind of fucking danger it's in. And goofballs like Ryan finds truth and knows others like anybody being down on properties and anybody letting these motherfuckers touch their goddamn properties or search them, you gotta be a special kind of stupid. All kinds of other shit, however, he is trying to get access to certain places, property, but Ryan and Jen are fucked. And seeking and finding truth my ass, right? He's come into contact with our abuser and talked to him and was in his chat and all sort of crap and, wants another golden ticket to the property over there.
Said that because so that area over off of Fields Road, Fields and Bells Road, where that other property is of the Bernards, or Andy, whatever. Because they have another property. The Bernards own another property down over on Fields Road that's actually been searched, and it's been focused on very heavily by law enforcement. And I've heard how that confirmed by a lot of people that that's a definite area of interest for some reason. Well, according to Fred, cops, the law enforcement he said law enforcement found a shallow grave, and claimed that she had been moved. Point claim. Over on Andy's, that other property, they said that they found what looked like was a freshly dug grave area, and nothing was there. It looked like she had been moved.
I mean, look how many times the poor girl in New England was moved as as a corpse.
Harmony Montgomery. Yep.
Harmony was moved so many different places.
She said, and he told us Summer was killed Saturday, so.
Like, she says it, but then, everyone forgets that she says it, I guess. But did she involve your daughter in telling that lie?
I mean, I don't know. Oh, goddamn. When are y'all going to stop on this?
Oh my God. Seriously? When are y'all going to stop on this? Whenever we get the answers to what happened to Summer Wells, that's when we're going to stop. You're not going to be able to charm anybody into believing you. We need actual... did you go down to law enforcement and ask to see this footage that you already know about? He doesn't want to open up another can of worms. He doesn't want to bring attention to himself. He's not going to go down to law enforcement and demand to see this footage. When law enforcement's already showed him, they'd be like, Andy, we showed you. Remember? We had to refresh your memory because you tried to act like you didn't remember. She is now blaming Ziggy for the rash on her leg. It's lack of circulation because she sits on her ass and doesn't do anything day after day. Are you serious? How is she blaming me for a rash? What the fuck? Sorry about my language. That's out there. Is that for real? How is that my fault?
Meltdown, and I guarantee, honestly, when Summer disappeared, that's the reason he got so fucking crazy. And more things about the past few days. It's probably because when the Fed showed up, especially at work, he'd been lying to me because that day she disappeared. He was supposed to be running late, right? Working over. Guarantee he wasn't. So he knew tick, tick, tick. Time was coming. Cops knew he wasn't, whatever. And he was next door, and truth coming. I mean, all kinds of things.
Wow, Dirty Sue. What is this? That's what I don't understand. How's she going to sit here and say this kind of stuff and then turn around and when we say it, you know, it's not the truth. Like, you know what I mean? If she says it, it's okay for her to say this stuff about Andy, but if anybody else does, especially me or a few select others, all of a sudden it's just like we're trying to get her murdered. The heck? I'm gonna rewind that one a little bit. Being crazy, and more things about the past few days. It's probably because when the Fed showed up, especially at work, he'd been lying to me because that day she disappeared. He was supposed to be running late, right? Working over. Guarantee he wasn't. So he knew tick, tick, tick. Time was coming. Cops knew he wasn't, whatever. And he was next door, and truth coming. I mean, all kinds of things shipped to this shit, but I promise you for months. And what's weird is, like, he was abusing me that psychotically during the day, but then he was even acting weird for me. Like, at night for those last few nights, it was, will you hold me? In a tone I'd never really heard before. I want me to hold him after fucking doing me that way every day. In a weird, like, baby tone. Like, man, it's just to the extreme. I hadn't even seen out there yelling at equal search to kill him. Acting crazy one last days they were there. Bringing our kid, knowing Summer disappearing has traumatized her badly. And one of the last things he did to her, my daughter, was scream at her about how Summer's body was here and there and decomposing in extreme detail and all kinds of stuff, whatever, to the point she's just in tears, and there was a message between and I'm just gonna refer to him as Voldemort because it's easier for me right now.
I understand.
And I know it sounds childish and weird, but I'm just having. So anyway, so there was messages between him and I. He had asked, well, we were outside on the bank, but it was 4:52 that I responded, and it was, I'm sitting here with kids doing whatever, and that was at 4:52. But I knew that we'd been out on the bank for a little while, so I knew that the scream happened. I've kind of always placed it at like 4:42. Could have been as early as 4:30 because I'm not sure exactly how long we were out on the bank after the scream. So somewhere between 4:30, 4:42, the scream happened. And then I responded to Baltimore around 4:52. And then I usually got off around 5:30 and was in by 6. However, he was supposedly working late that day and was running behind. And yeah, I mean, he was looking like the rest of us. Even Voldemort was looking. I mean, the whole freaking community was looking immediately. And in there quite a while before law enforcement even got in there. I mean, we basically had our property searched. We had cameras coming together. We did report that to law enforcement, and we reported why. And no, they were not raised or messed with by JD. It was the next hill. And for a reason that I now suspect was more nefarious than I thought.
She is boring and irrelevant. But the thing is, the reason why it's as torturous as it is to listen to Judy Sue and her rambling lies and exaggerations and just confusion, it's important because it makes you wonder, why she changes her answers. just for example, how she was just saying how Andy, trying to act like, oh, he wasn't really working late at work, that he knows the feds were onto him about something. I mean, what? She acts like like Andy is suspicious as hell and totally capable. But anytime somebody else like insinuates that, it's just strange. Yeah, what is this rash? Like, how does if you sit for very long periods of time, I bet her freaking ankles and feet are swollen to the size of like freaking elephant feet. Oh man. Nana Jalula was laughing at your message.
Everything trying to get it ready for as they were first rolling in. And Dawn and everybody, I mean, we were all so he had messaged that he was going to be late. And so I had already gotten ready because I'd expected a 5:30, 6 o'clock timeline. So when he messaged, I was like, well, it's okay, it's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and, go on down. So I'm wearing sandals. And I know the best thing I can do is get into the water. And as Candace screams at the oldest, but you can tell all three are standing there. And she screams, "What did you do? What did you do?" And the oldest answers, "Nothing, Mama, nothing, Mama, I swear."
So you saw that? You saw her say that to the boys and heard it?
I was at the bottom of the hill. I didn't see it, but I could hear.
Them yelling.
I knew all three boys were right in front of her. Because
Who cares about
so I knew they had met back up at the same place. Wasn't too far in when I hear a car coming down Candace's driveway. But as I hear her getting closer, I come back out the creek and jump up. Anyway, when she pulls up, she's on the phone with Donnie. On and everybody, I mean, we were all looking.
Yeah, a lot of our neighbors heard, us screaming Summer's name. And so I don't know, I don't know for sure because I wasn't there, but
But the first thing I said to Candace is I heard her scream, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And Donnie says something like, so you're telling me somebody's taking my baby girl or something? And then within minutes, she was no longer in there. I mean, it didn't take long to figure that out between. Either way, the point is, we heard. But I look anyway. And at this point, I hear the cops coming. There's two, they come by. The rest of us, even Baltimore, was looking. I mean, the whole freaking community was looking immediately. And in there, quite a while before law enforcement even got in there. And then it wasn't long after that Baltimore comes in, and then Donnie not long behind him. Yeah, I mean, he was looking like the rest of us, even Baltimore.
Breonna Tester? No. No, that wasn't. When was it that Breonna was killed? That call was 2022, July of 2022. But I do know what the lady's username was or used to be, but I haven't seen her for a very, very long time. As soon as after we had our phone call and as soon as the information was put out, she immediately went to acting like she didn't know who I was. So
Baltimore was looking. I mean, the whole freaking community was looking immediately, and in there quite a while before law enforcement even got in there. So Baltimore started falling apart. I was like, Summer's missing. He's like, I know, I'm looking.
I work Saturday, and Monday I go in and he's sitting on a tub, like head down, and just distraught. And I'm like, this ain't good. I think the accident happened not on Tuesday. I really.
hey, I just remembered a little tidbit of information that Fred told me that I meant to tell you guys. So some new info is, so the Redmonds down at the end, supposedly Don Wells was doing work for the Redmonds the week prior to Summer Wells going missing, laying what is it called, sheetrock or something. So the week before Summer Wells went missing, Don was doing work for the Redmonds, laying some kind of sheetrock down there. So he was going down there. Right, Carla? So that's interesting to know that that Don and Ed Redmond were working together. All right, let's continue.
Feel like that.
You think it happened the day before?
I think it happened Sunday night or Monday.
I'm being interrogated again, and I don't want to do this. I want yes, I yes, I
She said he and the rest of that group announced to me that they were going for Andy. I lit the fuck up. They're going to cause my kids and I to get murdered for the goddamn public. They don't care. Shit for 3 weeks was a goddamn setup to push to this. Only after they figure out I'm in possession of some shit that fucks everyone though, of course. I'll keep holding my cards for now.
I'm in possession of some shit at everyone, of course. I'll keep holding my cards for now. Yeah, I remember when Dirty Sue was saying something about holding her cards. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. I just saw a notification from Fox 59 News, Indianapolis. It says an 18-year-old reportedly snuck into YMCA's women's showers at least 38 times. He was caught filming unsuspecting women at multiple locations and in Indianapolis. Wow. Wow.
I'm in possession of some shit that fucks everyone though, of course. I'll keep holding my cards for now.
Okay, so I think that's the end of that video, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, where is this lawyer that when is she going to file these civil charges against me or this civil lawsuit against me? Oh, that's a good, somebody texted me and gave me the theory or said the theory that maybe Jody Sue is purposely making all these videos to make her look like she's crazy so she can try to use the insanity defense. How do we know this is Redmond's niece? Somebody sent me my internet's not doing very well. I'll have to check it out later. But how do we know that's Redmond's niece? Somebody sent me a link about something about a girl going missing in 2004. A 16-year-old girl, Felicia. I don't know. I'll have to look later. She's not because she used money on nails and cigarettes, right? Let's see. What card am I gonna get for her? Is Jody Sue gonna file civil charges against me? What'd she do with that money? Or is she gonna file civil charges against me? What do I get? The King of Blades. High Priestess. She knows what happened. I feel like the cards, I just feel like it's saying she knows what happened. I don't know Redmond's nieces, guys. Oh, yeah, that's another thing, too, that we found out, so when was that, though? The Redmonds was also, I can't remember if Fred said he used to have them. Oh, I think he said that they used to come down to the holler. That Redmond used to have these girls from Knoxville, these prostitutes from Knoxville. Pretty interesting. A lot of Knoxville connections. But yeah, I guess like at one point the Ed Redmond was bragging about getting some prostitutes in Knoxville. Which is really interesting. So now we have, and it was weird too that Andy was trying to kind of separate himself from the Redmonds. That was kind of suspicious to me. Then to learn that Dawn was working with the Redmonds the week before Summer went missing. To learn that Redmonds, he has ties to Knoxville too. At which beach, Carolyn? I've never known Donna Candace really to go to a beach. What do you mean? You mean to Warriors Park? Let's see, Brianna Tester. Oh, my nose. I just want to freaking rip it off. It's just so freaking bad. So Johnson City apartment complex. Who else has ties to Johnson City? Sean Williams. Big connections to Johnson City. That would be interesting. Trying to find the exact year because this says 2 years ago, but yeah, so she passed March of 2022. That call was after. Redmond has also been charged for theft of equipment from Knoxville, according to Fred. So that is very interesting. It kind of made me think. I just felt like Andy was kind of trying to distance himself from the Redmonds. So Fred just said he has been charged with theft of equipment from Knoxville, stemming from Knoxville. Then he had said something or bragged something to Fred one time about some kind of prostitutes he was getting in Knoxville. I think that he said that they were coming to visit him, like they were coming actually there. He would bring him to Ben Hill, if I remember right. I'm sure he'll correct me if I'm wrong, but some Benadryl. Had the cops on his payroll, right? Cold brew? Yeah. Crystal did a live interview with Mr. Redmond. Oh, did she? I didn't know he talked. He was one of the most unfriendly people that I had met back there. I could just tell their vibes were, I don't know. But I do understand that people are tired of the Summerwell stuff, but I don't know. They were immediately kind of standoffish and just weird. Of course, they didn't know me from anybody, so. Okay, so Fred said yes to Ben Hill, that he would bring the girls to Ben Hill Road. And which is crazy because, yeah, since Andy's trying to distance himself from the Redmonds, that's what I would look into more. He's trying to distance himself from Dawn. I don't know. Yeah, Black Cat. That was supposedly the Redmond's niece who was in visiting from college. So that third vehicle with the Mississippi tags is supposedly cleared, I guess. I don't know. And then, but there's still that that single cab, or what is it? Or am I even saying that right? Dark windows, dark colored blue truck. Had 2 people in it. GMC or Chevrolet. Probably is what I think Fred said. And Fred was telling me today too, talking about the Andy thing once again today, how there is 0% chance that somebody else was driving his vehicle. He said he literally was face to face with Andy. He had to, in order to move the vehicle, he was like right there. He saw Andy. There's no chance of mistaken identity. 0. Fred is very, very confident in that. And like, he talks about it all the time to me, you know. But how you can only go back and forth with Andy so many times about saying he was on the road, you know. If he's going to just keep saying he wasn't, like, okay, well. Candace is jealous of Don Wells, a blind person gets. Well, guys, I'm going to get off here. It's going to be a short stream. I have to pee, so I figured it would be a good stopping point anyways. And I'm going to relax for a little bit. But then, so give me a little bit of time, but then I'll record the readings I have for people that I promised. If anybody's interested in ordering a reading, it's the same price on my website, empresssiggy.com. If you want to check it out. And yeah. So, all right, guys. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll talk to you guys later.